All right, I'm over it. I'm over it. Rooting for Vancouver in the PWHL this season? Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know if I'll be able to see any games in person, though. Kind of annoying to get out to Pacific Coliseum on a weeknight, but I'll watch them on TV. Do they have a name yet? Go Frost? Guy who's rooting for the bad guy in Blade 1? Still no name, okay. You're a Leafs fan? I just can't prove it. I'm not a Leafs fan, man. I will say, I don't root against the Leafs except when they play the Canucks. Or the Canadiens or the Senators. I gotta think about some of the other teams in the East. But like they've been so cursed that I actually feel bad for them. But not them, I guess, but their fans. Because the way that they have let down their fans in exactly the same way for like 10 seasons in a row is actually criminal. Sabres? Well, the Sabres is like, you expect them to be ass. Every year, it gets a little harder, but still easy to be like, maybe this is the year. How long can they keep not doing it, man? They got Austin Matthews. They got Willie Nylander. They don't have Mitch Marner anymore, but it would be really funny if they won after getting rid of Mitch Marner. But I believed in that one. Take Austin Powers, pack one, pick one in the shagging draft. Well, listen, you might, but it depends what season. If we're talking about 60s Austin, that's peak shagging. If we're talking about Austin Powers 1, I mean, there's no doubt he's shagger 1. You don't put him on the bench. He's shagging. But Austin Powers 2, what if we run Austin Powers 2 back when he loses his mojo? He can't perform with Ivana Hump a lot. He has a little performance anxiety with Felicity Shagwell, especially after she absconds with Fat Bastard to place the tracking device in his anus. And then I have to be honest with you, that he's past his peak at that point. Because in Goldmember, does he shag Foxy Cleopatra? Yeah, and I mean, that's putting up big points, don't get me wrong. But he was monogamous at that point. You gotta put him maybe in a flex position depending on the kind of defense he's going up against. What about Fook Me and Fook You? You don't know shit about ball. He didn't have intercourse with Fook Me and Fook You. He was going to, but then Basil Exposition pulled him away. The refs literally intervened. But the refs are part of the game. Yes, famously, he says twins, Basil, twins. Basil didn't give a fuck? He was trying to save the world or something. It's kind of weird when you think about it. Yeah, man. Yeah. It is weird. Kind of. I'll say something controversial. It's weird for the twins, obviously, but it's weird for the guy, too. I don't think I would be like, this is awesome. I think I would be like, are you sure you want to do this? I think it would be like, that's your sister. Are you sure? This is weird. I'm starting to question your judgment. I don't want to be part of any club that would have me as a member. What's your stance on Vanessa? I try not to think about it too hard, because it really, Austin Powers 1 suffers a little bit if you watch it knowing that Vanessa was supposedly a fembot the whole time. It doesn't really make sense, which is why it's funny. But it's funny at the expense of that entire first movie. I don't know, they kind of ruined it. They should retcon that. She was? Yes, we knew all along, sadly. It's my favorite joke in the entire Austin Powers trilogy, is when Austin Powers. Austin Powers says, "It turns out Vanessa, my bride, was a fembot." And then, I forgot his name. It's Basil Exposition, but what's his real name? Michael York. Thank you, me, for the assist. Yes, we knew all along, sadly. It's a great line. And yes, Austin, the Cold War is over. Finally, those capitalist pigs will pay for their crimes, eh, comrade? Austin, we won. He's got some good line reads, man. This coffee tastes like shit. It is shit, Austin. Well, it is rather nutty. Yeah, baby! Austin, that's my mother! He's got some good line reads, man. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, the third movie's kind of washed. God, I love Austin Powers 1 though, man. Just do the whole movie. I gotta remember, I've seen it on TV so many times. How does Austin Powers 1 start? I think it starts with like a James Bond style theme song, because the other two movies have that starts with the pissing thing. That's like 20 minutes into the movie. Starts with a dance. It starts with him running around in the 60s. 1967 Club is the start of The Spy Who Shagged Me, man. Well, not the start, but like it's still in the first act. Starts at the nightclub with the spy lady he uses as a bullet shield. You guys are fucking flicking me. That's the second movie. I'm gonna freak the fuck out. I'm gonna freak out. That's the second movie. Dun, 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 dun. She spies him with the little binoculars and then goes down the fireman's pole and then rubs her butt on Austin's crotch and goes, "You might want to be careful. Your friend works for Dr. Evil." And then he goes, "And who do you work for, baby?" And then he looks around and she's gone. And then Robin Spitz comes back, maiden name Swallows. But then remember, she's trying to like get to Austin, but one of the other like Heather Graham's minions does like a handstand and puts her legs out like this so she can't get to him. How do you get into those jeans? You could start by buying me dinner first. So how does the first movie start again? Definitely starts with him and Mindy Sterling in the Jaguar, but I don't really remember what. They're dancing in the streets of Britain. I got it. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. He's being chased on the streets in 1960s London. He wakes up and watches a bunch of documentaries. Bro, that's literally like 2/3 of the way through the first movie. Sometimes I forget you've missed the last 30 years, Austin. I know. I can't believe Liberace was gay. I mean, women loved him. I gotta see that shit again, man. I don't get that one. Liberace was a gay pianist. I know what I fucking said. I didn't say anything wrong. Who's the present day Liberace? I'm not comfortable answering that question. That's not for me to answer. I don't want to accidentally out somebody on purpose. Austin Powers, huh? Pleased with yourself? I was just thinking about Austin Powers. Trying to think, what's the best? There's so many iconic scenes. Hot tub scene with a lot of vagina. Obviously, when he gets the tour vehicle stuck horizontally in the hallway, that's a classic. Mini-Me, that's the second movie! I'm going to fucking freak out. Mini-Me comes out in the second movie. He's not in the first movie. You keep bringing up the second movie. Which movie is it with the shadow scene? That's all three movies, man! Because that's what Mike Myers does, is when a joke works in one movie, he just does it again and again and again. Support group with Scotty and Dr. Evil is good. I always forget it's Carrie Fisher running the support group too. My father would drink, he would womanize, he would make outrageous claims that like he invented the question mark. My childhood was typical. Luge lessons in Rangoon. There really is no pleasure like a shorn scrotum. You should really try it. I gotta see this shit, man. I gotta see this. When he's at the premiere and Tom Cruise is playing Austin Powers, it's the third movie. That's in the third movie. That's the third movie. That's not even the second. Will Ferrell dying in the canyon? That's the second movie! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking freak out. You guys aren't real Powers heads. That's the second movie. He's in the first movie too, but they drop him into the trap door from the chair where there's like the flames are shooting out of the floor. He presses the button and he goes, shh. God, you don't know shit about anything, man. Oh, anyway. My Name is Jeff. That's true. Chibli, you ever see the movie that My Name is Jeff is from? Low key is actually that part. I mean, the movie's funny, but that part is really funny. That's 21 Jump Street. You're fucking trolling me. That's 22 Jump Street. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. I'm good. You don't know anything. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. And it's pissing me off. No, it isn't. It's 21. That's 22 Jump Street, man! It's the start of 22 Jump Street! It's 21, you're wrong. No, man! They go to it's 22! It's the start of 22! That's Hefe, man. They call him the Mexican Wolverine. My name is Jeff. That's 22 Jump Street. Don't use that voice. That's Jonah Hill! It's Jonah Hill in the second movie! I'm gonna fucking freak out. It's Channing. No, it's not Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum says, my name is Jeff. Jonah Hill says, that's Hefe, man. He's like the Mexican Wolverine. No, wait, he doesn't, because that's the other guy who looks like the Mexican Wolverine because of the sideburns. I'm combining two bits there, but... Why are you doing that voice? Oh, so just because I'm not a little bit pudgy and then skinny and then a little bit pudgy in the next photo and then skinny and then a little bit pudgy in the next photo, I can't do Jonah Hill's voice? I can't do a Jonah Hill impression just because I don't struggle with my weight that often and go up and down. That seems a little unfair. That doesn't seem fair to me. I've been pudgy too. You don't think I've been pudgy? Look at this shit right here, man. I could totally do a Jonah Hill impression. Look at this. Don't moralize to me, bro. Don't moralize to me. That was you and the whale? Okay, pump the brakes, kid. You're gonna hurt some feelings. That's still 21, not 22. You're trolling. Try harder. Why was it okay for Jonah Hill to date a high schooler in 21 Jump Street? Okay, he doesn't date a high schooler. He has a crush on a high schooler. And I agree, it wasn't okay. That high schooler should not be dating a cop. She's crazy for that one. Oh, shit. Seth Rogen dates a high schooler in Pineapple Express. He does. He does. And she should have known better too, because he's a drug addict. He's addicted to smoking weed in that movie. Andy from The Office dates a high schooler. I'm running out of jokes for this one. It was a different time. What was that? 2019? That was a different time. This is your 5,000th flip. Bro, we're like halfway there. Last time I'm going to ask, threatening aura. I'm on a date with a Vancouverite next week. Any Vancouver posting tips for extra credit? I think you should just ask them questions about Vancouver and like be interested. I think it would be weird if I gave you a lot of Vancouver things to say. They're going to be like, this guy he knows too much about Vancouver. Or you could say, like, if she says something silly, she could be like, that's crazy. That's sillier than the time I tried to call Viges to ask to get a reservation. They only do walk-ins, bro. Everyone from Vancouver knows they only do walk-ins. Whatever. You guys think the frame rate's dipping a little bit? Hang on, I got a bunch of push notifications. No shot, Germa went live 3 times. Oh, it's Dan's chart for how a trap run works in football. All right, 3 tech equals T. Comes upfield thinking he has clear path. Boom, out the gate. Oh, he posted it. Okay. I get it. So the running back gets the ball. Oh, I see it now. Oh, damn. Maybe the coaches know what they're doing. Can I say something, though? If I was an OC, a.k.a. offensive coordinator, you would not catch me being in the booth, in the ivory tower, with the owner and the fucking everybody else up there, all the suits. I'd be down on the field calling it with the shit open. My 32 blue, 32 blue. I'd be calling it like that with the clipboard over my mouth. There's no shot you would see me up in the booth. You're not separated. You can't separate a general from his soldiers like that. Not gonna happen. Not in negative degree weather. Give me the Belichick and then put some sleeves on it. I'm going out. Fuck it, I might get on the field. Remember when the Eagles' left tackle got injured in that game with the Rams, and then Jalen Hurts got sacked like 9 times in a row? At that, Nick Sirianni, I know he was like, "Damn, dude, this is how you do it." Is it that hard, bro? Is it that hard? Come on, I mean, you just put your hands up. What's the Belichick? No, it's not dating. Okay, Bill Belichick is not dating a high schooler. He is dating a woman that is like 52 years younger than him. But he's so old that she's actually, I think, the one who should be concerned about the problematic age gap. I think she might be taking advantage of him. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really want to weigh into the situation, but it's giving a little bit of elder abuse. But to be Belichicking, why don't you tell me what I'm thinking about when I say Belichicking? And don't say, oh, intentionally deflating the footballs. That happened, but like skill difference or whatever. No sleeves on a hoodie, no sleeves on a hoodie, no sleeves on a sweater, sleeveless hoodie, sleeveless sweater. Yep, you got it. Wearing a sleeveless sweatshirt. That's what we in the business call Belichicking. Wearing a torn shirt on TV. Torn shirt is so funny, man. Nothing makes you look like more like 9 years old than having a torn shirt. Guys, I think there's a memory leak in the game. Like the coin is not flipping at 120 FPS. Can you and the other 10K chatters talk about something that isn't American football? Okay, what would you like us to talk about? I mean, it's Thursday night football, bro. It's a big game tonight. Rams at 49ers. Canadian football. I mean, listen, I love to be patriotic. I think Canadian football is just, there's not as much to talk about. Because even if the game is better, less people are talking about the CFL. And most of the reason I watch football is to talk about it. So it has a big headwind for a guy like me, unfortunately. Can you name a CFL player? Yeah, Mike Pinball Clemens, obviously. That quarterback named Danny who used to be on the Calgary Stampeders. Dave Dickinson? Dave Dickinson. Is he still playing? He literally might be like 51 years old. I called David Montgomery flea market in my league, but nobody gets the reference. I gotta figure out, maybe we'll do that once we get to 9 flips. I'll boot up Sleeper and we can like nickname my entire team. I had one nickname, but I didn't know how to put it on the guy. So after I traded him, I told my trading partner, there's an asterisk on this trade. You need to rename him Quinshawn 33.3%, repeating, of course, Judkins. Quinshawn Judkins! Let's do this, chums! You know what I'm talking about? Leroy Jenkins type shit? You traded him? Yeah, I've got it. It's a crowded stable of RBs. So we had a great trade. I dumped Judkins to upgrade a little bit at QB. Huge. How's the art book reading going? I haven't read it in a bit, but I keep going to the bookstore and buying more books. And someone might say, but you haven't even read the other books you got? Shut up, shape rotator. A word cell is speaking, okay? If I need someone to fucking draw up a diagram in CAD for a fucking valve that will be 2% more efficient at moving fluid through a piping system, you're going to be the first motherfucker I call. Okay? But right now, the word cells are speaking. It's cool to buy books, even if you haven't read the last book you bought. Books are fun to buy, fun to shop for. Being in a bookstore is one of the best stores to be in. I want my bookstore to stay open because I like shopping in it, even if I'm not reading all the books. So I like to buy books at the bookstore. They also, and you might find this non-virtuous, but a book also signals. It signals to you something about yourself, maybe something you want to learn about, something you're interested in, and it signals that to other people as well. It's a conversation starter. It gives you something to talk about. And plus, they don't go bad. It's not like when you buy, like lettuce, and then you got a container of lettuce that's just becoming like green soup in your fridge. The books don't go bad, man. Well, except for all the ones that Dan Ariely wrote about behavioral finance, because it turns out he fucking made that shit up. But luckily, I speed ran those ones and made sure to read them and go, wow, all the shit in here is really interesting. Oh, wait, it would be interesting if it wasn't fucking fraudulent and made up. But anyway, also, can I say something? We all hate food waste. Let's start there. Letting vegetables go bad. Oh, I really intended to use that. Oh man, 2 carrots and a red pepper. That represents, I was gonna make pasta with that. I was gonna put that in the pasta sauce. Letting meat go bad. We can never tell anybody about this. We're fucking murderers. Oh my God. Nobody can ever know that this happens. Oh my fucking God. We let some beef go bad in the fridge. We got distracted with some other shit we had to do, and the corpse went bad. That feels bad, man. Hiking, all fun and games till your friend makes you hop over the wiggly rock. I like the wiggly rock bit, Chiblee. I like it. Weird comedy Trump. Yeah, Chiblee! Do the wiggly rock bit, Chiblee. The wiggly rock is symbolic, Chiblee, for all the things that, as a child, you don't fully understand, but the vibes are bad. They're not good. Wiggly rock on! I like that. I like wiggly rock on. I will say, this is not the last time I was at the bookstore, but like maybe the second to last time I was at the bookstore, they did have a lady in with a table who was doing like a book signing. And there was nobody getting their book signed. And I felt like, oh man. You know how when you, sorry to play the hits again, but it had exactly the same vibes as when you go to the farmer's market and then like there's the dude selling like cheese, and then there's the farm that's selling produce, and then there's the lady who's selling like handmade jewelry. And she's just like on her phone, and she didn't realize that like most of the people here are just trying to get like pierogies and stuff. Not too many people were like, oh, I really need, I want a turquoise gemstone woven bracelet. Hey, fuck you, that's my wife. I would support the world of art. I support the art world. I'm just saying, I mean, if you're at a farmer's market and you're selling jewelry instead of food, make sure your phone's charged. That's all I'm saying. But then the worst, and I don't hate them for being on their phone. Okay, I don't hate them for being on their phone, because it would be even worse if they were looking out, trying to like find somebody looking to make an impulse purchase, and then just being met with like, you know, when you like accidentally make eye contact with someone selling something that you don't want to buy, And you have to be like, I wasn't looking at you. I was looking beyond you. I was looking at the park behind you where there's nobody. I think I'm gonna keep looking at it for like an extra 3 seconds so that you know that I wasn't accidentally looking at you. But here's the thing. Part of the art is selling it, and part of the art is making it, bro. So I hope she's getting some value out of making the art. There's value in making the art. It would be awesome if you could sell it, but here's the thing. And I'm not saying this is the way it should be. People are not buying art anymore. Like really, really wealthy people are buying like paintings. And then like, I think everybody else is buying like graphic t-shirts pretty much. Furries are buying the art. I was about to say something that was going to make enemies of two very large contingents of individuals that I do not want to end up on the wrong side. I'll tell you, evil NL would have said, that's not art, those are drawings. They're calling it the perfect one-sentence nuke to accidentally anger all furries and all artists. But I thought about it and I said, that's not what I meant to say. That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say was, that's good. I did get angry for a split second. I got no quarrel with the furries, and I have less than no, well, that makes it sound like I've got a quarrel with the furries if I say I have no quarrel with the furries and then I have less than no quarrel with the artists. That makes it sound like I actually have a quarrel with the furries, and I don't. But by setting them up like that, it makes it seem like I do. You have a quarrel with one furry? I hope you're not talking about Apollo. We get along, man. We bicker. Bickering is good. Fighting is bad. Until it's Mario Party? I mean, get it twisted. Mario Party is just this game, but like much, much slower per flip. I find it fucking funny when he wins 9 times in a row. I think that's fucking funny, man. Also, who am I to say he shouldn't win 9 times in a row? He's the best player. If anything, he should win every time. The fact that he only wins like 75% of the time should offend him. He can control the flip, you're right. I'm so ready for his Lego party crash outs. I know you want to believe that's what's going to happen, but I actually, from playing 2 rounds of Lego Party, I think it's a meritocracy. I think it's possible his win rate in Lego Party will go even higher. You know what it is? He's better at games, don't get me wrong, that's indisputable. But one of the reasons he appears to be so much better at games is that he's better. So I think all the rest of us are like, internally, we have this belief that's like, well, he's gonna win. So we're only gonna put in like 65% effort to win instead of 100. If he put in 100 and we all put in 100, he would still win more often. But because he's so much better, I think he wins even more often than mathematically he should just crunching the ELOs. I believe that. Oh shit. You believe it like Dan Ariely did? He's my favorite fiction writer, man. Current PB, 7. I've gotten 7 heads on 25. The frame rate is getting bad, right? Like you're not. It's not just me. Yes, it is. Okay. I think I gotta reboot the game. I know it's 150. I think I gotta reboot it, man. That's really funny. Did you hear my stomach, bro? Let me do an impression for you. So we took our daughter to an activity last night, and there's a friend of ours who takes his daughter to the same activity. While we were waiting for them, we said, you know what, let's just go to the grocery store. I did some grocery shopping. Bro went, what did you get? And I looked inside of my grocery bag. I said, here's what I said to him. I said, it's just bulk. I was embarrassed by my grocery haul because I've been on this hungry arc lately where I'm like, I can't believe how fucking hungry I am. I bought 3 bags of like trail mix, like dried fruits and nuts, 2 large sleeves of like white cheddar rice cakes, frozen pierogies, almonds. Like it was literally, and then he said, oh, so just snacks? And like, I took a little offense to it. Man, that looks smooth as fuck now. I took a little offense to it, but I was also like, I mean, yeah, they're not meals, so what am I supposed to say? Also have, Kate and I were talking about intermittent fasting last night. I have a theory about food, about eating, about hunger. I think, anecdotally based on source crackpipe.jpg, if you were to measure someone's hunger scientifically, anecdotally, at noon, I think they would be hungrier if they ate dinner 6 p.m. the night previously, like had the night, didn't eat, slept, woke up at 6 a.m., ate breakfast, and then didn't eat again till noon, than if they ate dinner at 6 p.m. and then didn't eat anything again till noon. That's so to make it a little simpler, I think that you're hungrier for lunch if you ate breakfast than if you didn't eat breakfast. I think that hunger, at least for me, is like a flywheel. If I eat as soon as I start my day, I'm going to be hungry soon after. But if you don't eat at the start of the day, you can go like a long time. I'm not saying it's good, by the way. I love eating, and I eat a lot. But basically what I was trying to say is intermittent fasters aren't better than me. I could easily do that if I just stopped eating. What do you eat before the Peloton? Nature Valley sweet and salty bar. Doesn't taste that good, macros aren't that good, but it has one incredible advantage. When you buy it, it comes with 64 of them. So it takes a long time to run out of them. And they crumble into a million pieces. It's the other bar. That's the Nature Valley granola bar. The sweet and salties don't crumble. They have a thick layer of peanut or almond butter on the bottom. You got the wrong bar. And by the way, please don't say I'm on Western family values, but going with Nature Valley. It's not called Western family values. You're going to get me in a lot of trouble. It's called Western family. Now, Western family also has kind of like an evil, the boys kind of vibe to it, don't get me wrong, but I think they came up with the name like probably decades ago. But Western family values is really bad. Doesn't it mean Western Canada? Yeah. It's true. It's true, sir. Remember that? NL, are you gonna get super jacked for fun? No, I kind of like, I don't know. Can I do the most annoying bit of all time? As I've gotten skinnier from doing cardio, I've gotten more vascular, but I actually think it looks fucking stupid. Because like now I'm kind of like small all over, but my arms are kind of big, but they're not big like, oh, this guy works out. It's like just, and I don't want you to think this is being complimentary to myself. It's just bicep. There's very little tricep involved. There's very little forearm involved. It's just like an arm and then an elbow and then the bicep like juts out and then it comes back. Like the way you would draw like a cartoon with a bicep. And I think it looks fucking stupid. I think it looks insanely dumb. To be like a skinny guy, but then the biceps are like disproportionately large and they're like so veiny too. And then the musculature there does not follow through the rest of the form. I think it's aesthetically hilarious, but not necessarily good. So if anything, I wouldn't mind losing a little musculature in the bicep specifically. But I don't know if you can do that because I've still got to like, you know how it is, fellas, like 10 times a day. It's like, hey, Gronk, pick this shit up. Move it over here. I was wondering what it would look like if we moved all the furniture in the living room to the other side of the living room. You know what I mean? The only way to do that is to actually do it and then decide, nah, I like it better the old way. But it's nice, honestly. Moving stuff around is good. Because we had my kid's birthday party on Sunday, and there's a lot of shit to do. And I said, I don't want to do any of that planning shit. You guys plan it, and then just like, I'll be like your RimWorld colonist. Number one, they put me on hauling. Number one priority, hauling. You give me a trunk with boxes in it, and then a place to put the boxes, I'm your guy. There's a beauty in just doing like the grunt work. At least when it's like not your job, at least. Like if it's your job, you'd probably be like, I'm sick as fuck of these boxes. But like for a party or something like that, moving some shit around feels awesome. Animal husbandry number 2. I don't even know I don't know what my number 2 was, to be honest with you. Number 2 was saying hi and thanks for coming to like a bunch of people. Many of whom I know pretty well, but then some of whom I was seeing for like the second time in my entire life. Trying to hit them with a look that was like, I know who you and your child are, when in my head I'm like, who the fuck is this? You're at my kid's birthday party. You kind of look like one of the kids that's over there, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure I even know who that kid is. That kid might have just wandered in or something, but I'll say whatever. Hey, thanks for coming. I'll hit you with that. But the thing is, you're like, oh, that's not very nice. But I've been on the other side of the birthday party many times as well. You're like, it's whose birthday? And then you like give them a present, but you're like, I don't know anything about this child. I don't know anything about this child at all. But I'll eat your canapés. I'll eat your canapés and I'll drink a Maison Perrier Pamplemousse sparkling water for sure, man. It would be so funny if this was something only you experience. Honestly, 30s, I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but the 30s is kind of great. Because when I was like 16, I was like, oh, I wish I could just be normal. Now at 36, I'm like, thank God I'm not normal, man. Just making sure I don't fit in. Oh, man. Rubbing and rubbing on my yellow leg. You know what you know what I'm talking about. Yes, dude. Yeah, the calves just look silly too. I'm not body goals. I'll just start right there. But your mom ain't complaining. One day they're gonna make your mom jokes TOS. This clip is gonna age so badly. Oh, thank you. I used to like NL, but then, have you seen the compilation of all those your mom jokes? I can't, it was a different time. It was a different time. I can eat 2 lunches. That's no problem for a beast like me. I'm the type of beast that would choose the mist. True. I put out yearly sexism supercuts. I put out a Nazi NL video. We can do more. I'm so glad I'm not on YouTube. You put out a Nazi NL video? The misogyny ones, that makes sense. How'd you get enough footage for a Nazi NL video? I haven't seen that one. That's fucking crazy. Oh, because of when Justin said I look like Ed Norton. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Oh, shit, that's funny. People were not happy about that one. I think, well, listen, you got to be careful, but I'm the butt of the joke, and I think like, it itself isn't that funny, but the audacity to do it is funny. Oh, man. It pissed me off, but it was funny. You know how it is. It's hard, man. It's hard appealing to both sides of the aisle. I mean, leftists buy sneakers too, man. So I gotta get everyone in here. +2 reference. I forgot it's from The Last Dance, right? I use that I am Adolf Hitler clip a lot. I will say, the closest I've probably come to crashing out on stream was when a bunch of 14-year-olds in chat actually thought it was problematic to listen to an audiobook about World War II history. That was what was fucking crazy to me. But I guess it's because, like, when they read books about dragons and shit, they're like, oh, I want to fucking be a dragon so bad. So they just assume that, like, all people who are reading a book, it's because they're like, oh, I want to be the subject of the book. I want to be a dragon. I want to be a wizard. I don't remember that one. You're lucky. There wasn't, I think maybe we've moved past it, okay? But there was a time where it was like, being interested in history is suspicious, which is insane. It's kind of like, it's one of the most infuriating sentences. I think I even just saying it right now made me angry because I also heard it. I don't think we moved past it. I think people have chilled out on that stuff a little bit, at least. Nothing lasts forever, but should read books about the future. You're not wrong. That's way more sus. Oh, so if I was reading like a sports almanac that told me who won the next 5 Super Bowls, you'd automatically assume I'm like a bad guy? Okay, McFly. I'm a historian. Sometimes people are weird with it. Well, there is like, so historian to historian, because you're a historian, you probably have a degree, you work in the field. I listen to nonfiction audiobooks about history. Does it piss you off that the person in chat said being really interested in World War II history is a red flag? That doesn't seem like a red flag to me. This should happen in like living memory, essentially. Our grandparents, great grandparents fought in that shit, and it like it lasted years and completely reshaped like the fabric of society, man. I don't think it seems kind of insane to not want to learn about what happened before it, what directly led to it, how that shit went down, and what the repercussions of it have been ever since. It's crazy to me that people aren't like talking about it more often and being like, can you believe that shit happened? Like, that shit happened like 15 years before The Apartment came out? That's crazy. Not apartments. Isn't he in jail around the La Casa? I'm talking about The Apartment. Jack Lemmon, Shirley MacLaine. You know what I'm talking about? It was the last black and white movie to win Best Picture until The Artist, which fucked up bar trivia forever. $1960, Billy Wilder. Yeah, exactly. $2:07. All right, okay. We got 3 more minutes. 12 Angry Men tier list. Okay, but you guys are gonna be mad. Obviously, Peter Fonda is like, is it Peter or Henry? It's gotta be Peter, right? Peter Fonda is at the top of the list. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm just saying we got to know. What does he say? I'm saying it's a possibility. But then like, who's up there in S tier? I gotta put a real motherfucker in there, the dude who just wanted to go see the baseball game. Now, he was gonna give that dude the chair, so that's not cool. But on the other hand, it's very relatable. I just want to see the baseball game, but now I got this fucking jury duty to do. Any one of us, especially if we had ticket, it might have been the playoffs, man. Yankees Red Sox tied 1-1 ahead of elimination tonight. Remember when the Blue Jays, this is only like a week and a half ago, I turned on the TV, and I just always have it on Sportsnet because they play sports. And I thought like the broadcast was broken because the Royals were up on the Blue Jays 20-1. I don't think my parents give a fuck about baseball, but I turned on the TV when they were in the room, and I went, 20-1? A catcher gave up 10 runs? Oh, they had a position player pitch? That is funny. Still won the division? Yeah, but losing 20-1 is funny. Baseball is so funny too, that they lost 20-1, and then didn't they like, the next game, they beat them like 6-3? Hey, Kansas, you ever think about like saving some of the runs and then applying them to the next game? It would have really increased your odds of winning, man. You spent all 20 runs on one game, and then the next game you didn't have enough to go around, dude. as much as it would be funny to end the stream on one head. You can't do that. That makes you into too much of a caricature. That doesn't feel spiritually authentic. We either end on a win or we end on a tails. There you go. There you go. Enjoying the flips, grab your coin. You're going to love what happens next. There's one for you, librarian. There's another video that could be the start of a video for you. And slash marker unfair flips.